Sexy blonde jokes, blonde jokes. One-liners. Q. Why did the blonde wear condoms on her ears? A. So she wouldn't get hearing aids. Q. What's the difference between a blonde and a telephone? A. It costs 30 cents to use a telephone. Q. What do blondes wear behind their ears to attract men? A. Their heels. Q. What does a blonde do if she is not in bed by 10? A. She picks up her purse and goes home. Q. What do blondes do after they comb their hair? A. They pull up their pants. Q. Why is 68 the maximum speed for blondes? A. Because at 69 they blow a rod. Q. Did you hear about the blonde lesbian? A. She kept having affairs with men. Q. What is the difference between a blonde and a bowling ball? A. You can only put 3 fingers in a bowling ball. Q. What do you call a blonde with a dollar bill on her head? A. All you can eat under a buck. Q. Why is a blonde like a hardware store? A. They are both 10 cents a screw. Q. What is a blonde's favorite nursery rhyme? A. Hump me dump me. Q. What did the blonde's right leg say to the left leg? A. Nothing. They've never met. A. Between the two of us, we can make a lot of money. Q. Why do blondes wear green lipstick? A. Because red means stop. Q. Why do blondes wear hoop earrings? A. They have to have some place to rest their ankles. Q. What's the difference between a blonde and a solar-powered calculator? A. The blonde works in the dark. Q. Why do blondes wear big hoop earrings? A. To put their feet through. Q. What do you say to a blonde that won't give in? A. Have another beer. Q. Why is a blonde like a doorknob? A. Because everybody gets a turn. Q. What's the difference between a blonde and a Porsche? A. You don't lend the Porsche out to your friend. Q. What's the difference between a blonde and a toothbrush? A. You don't let your best friend borrow your toothbrush. Q. What is the difference between a blonde and the Titanic? A. They know how many men went down on the Titanic. Q. How can you tell when a blonde is dating? A. By the buckle print on her forehead. Q. Why do blondes prefer to buy cars with sunroofs? A. More legroom. Q. How can you tell who is a blonde's boyfriend? A. He's the one with the belt buckle that matches the impression in her forehead. Q. What 2 things in the air can get a blonde pregnant? A. Her feet. Q. What do blondes and cowpats have in common? A. They both get easier to pick up with age. Q. What does a screen door and a blonde have in common? A. The more you bang it, the looser it gets. Q. Why couldn't the blonde get the calendar to stay up? A. Because it wasn't a dick. Q. What do you call 2 nuns and a blonde? A. 2 tight ends and a wide receiver. Q. Why did the blonde smile when she walked the marriage aisle? A. She realized she gave her last blowjob. Q. Why did the blonde have a sore navel? A. Because her boyfriend was also blonde. Q. Why did they call the blonde Twinkie? A. She liked to be filled with cream. Did you hear the one about the blonde who thought that love handles referred to her ears? Q. What's the difference between a blonde and a rooster? A. In the morning a rooster says, cock-a-doodle-doo, while a blonde says, any cock-a-doodle-doo. Q. What is the difference between a blonde and the Grand Old Duke of York? A. The Grand Old Duke of York only had 10,000 men. Q. How do blondes play Russian roulette? A. They jack 6 dicks until one gets a facial.